Alright, here we go again. So, Philion, social media owns you. Let's see what this is all about. I
Nosedive,
mean,
a
it's
real but
true, but yeah.
hyperbolic depiction of social media addiction. Season 3,
Okay.
Episode 1 of Black Mirror follows the story of a woman who wants to keep up with the Joneses. Lacey wants a bigger house, approval from her rich friends, and to be
Okay.
seen as someone of importance. In fact, it's not even by her own volition that she craves these things.
Okay.
It is a side effect of terminal social media use and self-comparison.
Yeah.
The set of this episode is stylized with a 1950s
I
suburban.
love Black Mirror. I didn't really watch it, but like all of the concepts are actually like pretty cool. And it does go into like how technology can affect people. And like what future technology could bring to people, and like the damage it would cause to society. I've like find that to be pretty interesting.
Aesthetic. It's clean
I
and
should really watch like Black Mirror. Like I saw like an episode here and there, and I know there's not like the reason I don't watch it is because it's like one episode doesn't have to do anything with the other. I like to have like when I watch a TV series, I like to have like a congruent story or like at least a main plot in the background that advances. With Black Mirror, you kind of don't. You obviously don't have that. It's just a theoretical um, mind thinking exercise about technology.
bright with desaturated pastel colors that makes everything seem a bit too polished. It
Mm-hmm.
indicates bliss, a world free of problems, a fake veneer to match everyone's inauthentic self. A social
Okay.
media rating system rules this landscape. It's
Mm-hmm.
eerily similar to Uber's 5-star rating system.
Isn't that the social rating, what do you call it? The Chinese social rating? Is that what it is? Social score. Social score.
Where both passenger and driver rate each other after a ride. In this case, every social interaction equals a rating. Someone looked at you funny, low rating. The barista made your cappuccino extra tasty, high rating. Even more dystopian, you rate each other to their face and get immediate feedback based on your actions or their subjective opinion. In this world, people are constantly
That's
judged
weird.
and categorized based on their ratings. For
Yeah.
example,
It's like it takes something that we already do, but like it puts it on like fucking like what do you call it? It's like super high fucking like extreme fucking version of it. But we
if you have
already
a
do
high
this.
rating, you have access to certain perks like discounts on housing and luxury seating on planes, things that those
Mm-hmm.
lowly rated peasants can only dream of. And if you're unfortunate enough to have a low rating, people will pretend not to look at you and be reluctant to give you any attention. There are even social media analytic experts that offer you solutions on how to boost your score so that you too can live like the elites. Anything in the 4s is good, but 4.2 and above is really where you want to be to reap the benefits of high society. Lacey toes the line of these high rating scores until, you guessed it, she takes a nosedive. A snowball effect of negative social interactions that effectively
Uh-oh.
exiles her from society. In this case, it's the protagonist's worst nightmare. This arbitrary rating system should remind you of the credit score system. If you have a low score, you can't get approved for
Yep.
loans or have access to the resources you would need to even have the same opportunities as people with high scores. And in the same way, this system is rigged against you. Life
Oh yeah.
events and unlucky circumstances can happen at any moment and throw you off track. These experiences are oftentimes unavoidable and out of your control. For the majority of people, social media is an extension of oneself. If you have a weird social media presence, you fundamentally are weird, right? Green versus blue text bubbles, the amount of likes you get.
Yeah, the idea is really cool. I don't think it would ever get to this point. People are too afraid to do things like this in like in front of other people. That would all the ratings happen. Like for example, someone rates your Uber, you won't even rate your Uber until like a couple minutes until he left. Shit like that, you know. It's like people are that afraid to like show people their what they think about them, you know. So it's like I doubt it would get to this point. Like I said, this is like that thought experiment, just like boosted to the extreme, but it does give you like an interesting idea. And the thing is, yeah, once your credit score starts going down, it's rigged against you because, like, just psychologically speaking, it's like it's a vicious cycle, right? It's like as soon as your rating goes down, that makes you panic or that makes you like less happy or like depressed or whatever, which would cause your credit score to go even more down because of your interactions are going to be that shitty because it went down, you know. So it's like you're going into a vicious cycle. And the thing is, it's like you can never maintain a very positive score because like we all have our down moments, right? So it's really fucked.
The amount of followers you have, blue check marks. These are all nonsensical components that play into the greater machine of our technological society and how we view others. In typical Black Mirror fashion, this episode portrays an exacerbation of very real consequences of social media addiction and what that means for society. This episode's narrative was so influential that it was responsible for the CEO of Instagram to implement hiding likes on their platform.
I mean, yeah, that does make sense. But here's the thing, right? So it's like right now, so it's like that person is sharing that like they're having a blast and whatever, but wouldn't you having a blast make your score lower because some people who are miserable would want to bring your score lower because they're not happy that you're happy? So it's like I can't see anyone actually maintaining a high score ever. And as soon as it goes down to an extent, you're never gonna bring it back up.
We get a sense of Lacey's socially conditioned trauma when she practices her fake laugh in front of a mirror because she's scared her real laugh is ugly. And throughout this episode, we hear this nightmarish laugh in an attempt to fit in. This theme serves as a constant reminder that Lacey is pretending to be someone that she's not. Lacey longs to be accepted to the in crowd, except not for who she is. Rather, a version of herself whose shit doesn't stink, prim, proper, and plastic. We see her addiction to social media manifest itself in the phone eats first phenomenon, a practice of taking pictures of your food before you eat it, or not being able to chow down and enjoy your food because you're too worried about taking pictures of it. This stems into a much larger conversation that I would argue is the antidote to the dystopia: presence. Simply being present and being aware of the moment that you're in is the best thing you can do for your mental health when it comes to social media. The funniest part about this scene is that she doesn't even like the food. However, she loves the positive attention she gets from her post about it. Nice. Social media acts as a replacement for personality in shallow people. Go on Instagram and look up the name of your local, overpriced, chuggy bar or nightclub. You'll see what I mean real quick in the tagged pictures. To these people, looking the part is all they need to feel validated. Likes, comments, and engagement feed their fragile egos like a starving beast. Undeniably, there are nuances within social media apps that people are subconsciously aware of, and they allow them to dictate how they act on social media. The clothes that you wear, even the sizes, the food that you eat, the places that you visit, the cars you drive, the job you have, the people you associate with, the followers you have, the shows you watch, the music you listen to. Everything is compartmentalized and consumed by others.
Where the fuck did he show up from? That's so fucking creepy. Just like, oh, yes, I am here too. What the fuck?
And shit out to form a baseline judgment on you. Even the mattress you sleep on. Which is why today's video is sponsored by Helix.
God.
Helix Sleep makes premium mattresses and bedding customized to fit your needs, conveniently shipped in a box right to your doorstep. But everybody's different, and Helix knows that. That's why they designed a sleep quiz that helps match your unique sleeping preferences with your body type. Based on your different sleeping positions and preferred mattress firmness, they have something for everyone. And if you happen to sleep with a partner or even a pet, you can take the quiz together and find the best compromise for all of you. I prefer a medium mattress feel, and I tend to sleep on my side and stomach, and I'm a giant human, so I went with the king size mid.
You're not a giant human, I'm sorry. Like, Philion, I know you lift pretty heavy, or used to. I haven't seen your workout video in a while, but like, you're not a giant human. I'm not even fucking close.
Night Lux. You guys know that I've been sleeping on Helix mattresses for well over a year now, and ever since I moved, I had to upgrade from a queen to a king. That's how much I love my Helix mattress. I'm able to—
No, because king is just so much more comfortable than a queen. It's like just so much more room. You can roll around and stay on the bed. Like in a queen, I roll around like... Okay, so if I am on the left side of my queen-sized bed, on my left, like laying on my left, If I do a full turn to my right, I'm already on the opposite side of the bed. If I am on my stomach on the left side and I try to roll, I will fall off the bed.
Acceptance.
Hey! I love that. I love the follow. You're lucky today. Our team gives you a promo code for 10 viewers for a whole day. Blah, 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 blah. Come visit us, get viewers pro. And I love these bots, man. Love these bots.
Fall asleep in a matter of minutes, and I wake up every morning feeling really refreshed. The best part about Helix is that your new mattress comes to you. Gone are the days of going to an old mattress store and having to sit through an annoying sales pitch that takes forever. I even had fun.
I didn't. I mean, the sales, like, there was no sales pitch. It was just, here are the 3 mattresses we recommend based on your preferences. Check them out, lay down for 5 minutes to 10 minutes on each one of them. Try to sleep how you would sleep normally. Try it on your back, on your stomach, on your sides, whatever you feel comfortable. Give it a try. Literally spent like an hour in the thing, but like, I would say buying it from the store after checking the mattress itself for like a few minutes is gonna be more accurate for you than doing an online test to see if the mattress is good for you. Right, don't get me wrong, Helix mattresses might be like amazing and all that stuff, but I doubt they can pinpoint. And also, let's be real, most people don't know exactly what they want. I literally thought I wanted like a certain thing, and then when I tried something else, I felt way more comfortable on that. So
Setting up my Helix, it took me just about 5 minutes to carry it up the stairs and watch my new bed spring to life. Helix Sleep also offers free shipping to anyone in the US, and they have a 100-night sleep trial. This gives you a little bit over 3 months to completely fall in love with your new mattress, and if you don't, they will come and pick it up for you, no questions asked.
Most mattress companies will offer you pretty much the same thing.
And you will get a full refund. Helix mattresses all come with a 10-year warranty, and they offer flexible payment plans and financing options. So a great night's...
They do, but they don't. I tried, because I tried to order a Helix mattress, and I could not get the payment options because you need like certain membership with something, and I was like, yeah, I'm not getting a fucking membership, just do payments for my card. It's like, that wasn't a thing. Like, if I paid with my card without using the whatever the company they recommended, I would have to pay full price. So not even good payment plans.
Sleep is never that far away. I love my Helix, and I think you would too. If you're in the need for a new bed, check out Helix.
I do want to know if Philion ordered his Helix or they just sent him one to be a sponsor.
Go to helixsleep.com/.
Also, the deal, by the way, $200 off, is usually less than the deal. Like, if you just go to helix.com, the deal that they would offer is probably better than the deal Philion offers, which is so weird. I don't know why they do that. I actually tried to use the Philion code, and like the deal itself was not as good as just me going to helix.com and clicking on whatever deal they had. And you can't stack the deals, so it's so dumb. I feel like it feels scammy in my opinion. Like, at least towards the sponsor, sponsee, if anything.
Philion to get up to $200 off your new mattress, whatever, plus 2 free pillows. And thank you to Helix for sponsoring this video. Yeah. These types of socioeconomic ratings are built into our everyday life. Credit score, programs for people who pay premiums, lofty, comfortable accommodations for those deemed worthy enough, whether it be your social status or money in your bank account. In every aspect of our culture, people are ranked and organized in an invisible caste system. Lacey lets her one false idea of what it means to make it dictate every decision in her life. She has to attend her friend's wedding who treated her like shit because fours will be there. And she has to live in the rich neighborhood despite not being able to afford it. She changes her behavior to live in accordance with people she doesn't even like. This means losing any sense of self, down to the way that she laughs and...
I wonder, is that the graphics of the episode, or did he change the way it looks? Like the colors are so fucking trippy.
Eats the most primitive, basic human experiences that make you, you. In a world where everyone is competing to be the same, being different is everything. Social comparison works in 3 ways: upward, lateral, and downward. Upward social comparison is when you rank yourself against other people that you deem are happier or more successful than you. The problem with this is that social media is an illusion. It is a highlight reel of someone's life that they want to portray as the real thing. It shouldn't surprise you that researchers have found that upward social comparison has been linked with decreased mood, depression.
Oh, 100%. The thing is, it's like, so you, like, let's say you go on Instagram, right? It's like you see like these like good looking guys or girls, whatever, and it's like, and they have the stuff that you don't have. They're always on these islands and all that shit, right? It's like that's their highlight. That's what you see. You don't see what they have to do in order to get there, like how many dicks they had to suck, how much poop they had to have shed on them to make the money. Like you don't see that, obviously. And for some people, it's like, yo, I wouldn't mind getting pooped as well to get like that much money and all that stuff, right? So yes, like unrealistic stuff. The other thing is like you only compare yourself to those guys. The thing is, you don't see, let's say, how about like if you on your Instagram would be like reverse day and they would only show you like the misery in the world, and like wouldn't that make you feel better for what you have if you just like see what's happening like to other people? But the thing is, you never look down. Even at the gym, for example, this is like a great example I use with my clients. When I had clients that were afraid to go to the weight area, right, to like lift weights, because they were afraid that people would laugh at them for the lack of weight that they can lift. And I told them, it's like, listen, when you go to the weight area, if there's someone weaker than you are you even going to check him out? Are you even going to look in his direction to see like what he's lifting and be like, yo, yeah, I'm lifting so much more than him? No. You are looking up to the guy who's lifting more than you and you feel discouraged. But here's the thing. The guy who's lifting more than you has the same mentality as you. He's not looking down that he's lifting more than you. He's looking to the next guy that is lifting more than him. So you have no reason to be afraid to go to the weight area, because the guys who you're afraid that are like looking down on you, they're not. They're always looking up, same way that you are looking up instead of looking down. And if you want even more motivator, there's somebody who's lifting less than you who's looking up to you. I'm just saying.
And a poor self-concept. It's the worst among adolescents, and it's more common with girls. The whole notion sounds self-evident, but nobody really takes it seriously. We see upward social comparison when Lacey idolizes mid to high fours. She puts on a fake smile and personality and even tries to win them over with gifts. She wants to buy a house she can't afford and assimilate with the aristocrats. In some regards, upward social comparison can motivate an individual to change. Except in this dystopia, everyone is fake as fuck, so this aspect of upward social comparison doesn't really apply. After all, it's not like these are stand-up members of society that Lacey wants to emulate. They're pretentious NPCs. Lateral social comparison.
Kind of like how that's basically what we're idolizing right now. We're idolizing just like fake NPCs. Wait, is this the guy who was outside?
Is when you rank yourself against people that are on your level.
Chester.
Usually, people associate with peers that are around the same age and share similar interests. We see a demonstration of lateral social comparison when Lacey is in her office gossiping to her coworker about Chester. Despite being a nice guy, he has a low rating based on factors out of his control. Downward social comparison happens when you rank yourself against people who are perceived to be inferior to you. It is a mechanism that is meant to boost your own self-esteem.
But
and this episode
often.
demonstrates the problem with downward social comparisons. A character is introduced with a rating of 1.4 that used to be a 4.6. She has since renounced her high-class snobby lifestyle for a more raw and real-life experience. She is wiser and more free than Lacey ever hopes to be. Throughout the episode, Lacey also demonstrates a downward social comparison with her brother. She sees him as a deadbeat slob, someone who plays video games all day and doesn't strive to be greater. His score is in the 3s, but he doesn't care. He's actually happy. Social media is
Having a
nothing
blast.
to him and everything to her. He acts in accordance with his beliefs, whereas she doesn't. Her brother pokes holes in Lacey's upward and downward social comparisons. She is constantly pretending to be something she's not, and using him as a way to feel better about herself. Meanwhile, her brother is just his true self. As a result, we see her cognitive dissonance boil up, as her rating continues to nosedive. And all of this comes to a head in the final third act. Lacey's initial plan was to deliver a tone-deaf speech about getting caught up in the little things, like social media, at her childhood best friend or bully's wedding. We learn that Naomi only wanted her there because she was a 4.2, before nosediving trying to get there, and it would appear humble to the high fours. Lacey was also eager to dismiss all of the abuse from Naomi over the years because she saw the event from a socially opportunistic perspective. This highlights one's willingness to forget about the negative side of people when you have something to gain. It isn't until Lacey gives an explosive speech at the wedding where she snaps back to reality, metaphorically escaping her mental prison while being thrown into a physical one. Except she's never been more free.
Fuck you!
Fuck you next Wednesday.
Fuck you for Christmas!
That's a very creepy ending. The fuck was that ending? Oh shit. It's like she's never been more free. She's in a mental asylum, locked in a fucking box. I don't know. I mean, yeah, her screaming "fuck you" and all that stuff, but it's like it's not even being heard. This one, it's just, it's like when, it's like, you know, when like you're angry but you never let it, you never let it show, and then it's like you're past your boiling point. That's the thing. So she's past her boiling point. She just like fucking went mad at this point. This is not necessarily like her being in that prison is her being herself at this point. It's just her losing her shit at that point. So it's like she went way past herself. Like she was faking, right? Into like, let's say it was like she was faking it, whatever, like the plus, the minus, whatever, it doesn't matter. She was faking it. This is where her real self is. This is the faking. This is the real self. She went through what her real self is, and she went the completely opposite way. So now she's crazy on the other side instead of being crazy on this side. It's like crazy is crazy. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It's a creepy ending though. Yeah, Philion started making these videos, like they're so fucking creepy right now. It's I don't know if like it's the background music, it's the way it's portrayed and whatever, but this reaffirms my choice as an almost college student in deleting a big chunk of my social media. I always feel guilty for deleting it. Part of the reason, of course, being to help my mental health, but I still feel a little guilty. I appreciate the video. All you have to delete really for social media is your Instagram. That's pretty much it. Just delete your Instagram. That is like 90% of the bullshit. Right, TikTok is more so with like some fun dumb shit, so it's like lowers your IQ. But Instagram is what makes you feel the inferiority and shit like that. The people are finally opening their eyes and realizing the toxic culture of social media. At first, everyone just wanted to stay connected, and then it morphed into a popularity concept where people are set up on high pedestals they don't deserve. It's good to see people leaving them behind to better themselves. Stay up, young kings and queens. Black Jesus. The video and can't wait for more. This is why I don't really like. Oh, this is why I don't really like social media. Everyone's judging you before you can make an impact, and then the people who have the biggest following have the biggest voices. But this is kind of like social media is just a portrayal of real life. Let's be real. It's just in very like in a more fucked up magnitude. Because like it's true for real life too. It's like if you're like the cool kid in school, right? It's like your voice means more than the shy kid who never speaks out, right? It's like it's just how it is. But yeah, anyways, always a cool video by Philion. Creepy as fuck, especially with the background music, and also that ending was kind of fucking creepy. Like she just lost her shit. But yeah. I feel like do all Black Mirror episodes end with people losing their shit? It's like I feel like that's a common denominator at this point. Anyways, we'll go on to the next one. See you.